The North Ballston project wasn't the only housing plan that the board dealt with at the most recent meeting. The board also voted to approve a $7.9 million loan from the county's Affordable Housing Investment Fund for a significant affordable housing development in western Roslyn. Let's talk a little bit about that project.
Well, this is, we just talked about a project where some of the neighbors were not real happy with the new development. And then here we have something where, a spot where the neighbors were all in favor of, and it actually led the way in the Western Roslyn Area Planning Study, RAPS process that occurred a few years back, where the neighbors were advocating for more affordable, for maximizing the opportunity to get affordable opportunities at this location, which is in Western Roslyn. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a wonderful addition to our affordable housing portfolio. And not only did we get the affordable units, but we've also gotten land dedicated for a park that will be there, that will be available to all of the community. So, and a planning process for that park will be forthcoming.
Okay. Now, how does the county decide which affordable housing projects receive investment from the Affordable Housing Investment Fund? Is it every loan is approved, or how is that considered?
Yeah, so actually just last year we introduced a Notice of Funding Available, a NOFA. It's a competitive process. Historically, because development in Arlington is challenging, right. There were relatively few partners that were able to take on that particular challenge, and we were generally able to meet most of the pipeline of projects within existing resources. In recent years, even though we've grown the size of the Affordable Housing Investment Fund, more partners are coming to the table. And projects are getting more expensive. So we've started to have increased competition for funds. Our housing staff worked with a working group to develop this process of the NOFA in the past couple of years so that we could competitively rank these projects against each other by criteria. And in this case, Queens Court was a winner. Mm-hmm.
Now the manager, going back to the budget here, backtracking a little bit, indicated the need for some additional funding for affordable housing. Do you expect this investment fund to go up or stay the same? Or
sure. So the county board gave him direction back in the fall when we set out the guidance we give to him about the kind of budget we'd like him to bring to us, is that we believed that AHIF, the investment, the Affordable Housing Investment Fund, needed to at least stay steady last year. That represented a little bit of a challenge for him to work with, but because of the commitment of this board and the manager to it, he did proceed. And I think the Queens Court story really underscores why this matters. We were so fortunate to have a couple of people come and share their stories about living in committed affordable housing in Arlington on Tuesday night. And it's a really powerful thing. And when you look at the family units, for example, more than half of these units will be family sized, and the opportunities that creates for families who, by the way, are often in Arlington. Some of our analysis suggests that when you have a new project, committed affordable project like this, as much as 80% of the students generated by that project were already in APS. And it's about providing stability for their families and stability for those kids. It really underscores why these investments, although they're sometimes challenging to identify in the budget, are worth making.
All right, well, thank you very much. We're going to take one more quick break, and when we come back, I'll ask the board members about how a contract they approved to improve the intersection of South Walter Reed Drive and 12th Street fits into the bigger picture of county efforts to improve transportation options along the very important Columbia Pike corridor. Stay with us.